voice? Rose. There we go. All right, Rose voice. There we go. That was Rose voice. Love don't live here no more. Welcome back. We got Lola back on the line. Hello, darling. Are you there? Peanut butter cup. All right. Well, we're gonna get Lola back on the line and get her opinion. But yes. Yeah, please call her. We got. She's a mess. This show is like all over the place today. It's okay because things like that happen. It happens. It is okay. All right. So I forgive you. How about that? I can forgive you. The show is all over the place. I forgive the engineer in the back. Big shout out to Slim's Bank. It's all right. It's all Slim's fault. So we're getting a little up and down here. It's all right. It's all right. We're going to get this together. We working together.
The person you are calling cannot accept calls at this time.
All right. So moving forward. Okay. Like I was saying, back to this forgiveness thing. I feel like people tend to Lola, yes, you almost had me dying out here. I was hanging by myself dry. Welcome back, Lola. Is she?
Welcome. What's up? What up? What up?
Oh, no. Oh, let him go. Let him rock. Hello. Welcome to the Big Skweeze. What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is your boy, A.K. Dollars, a.k.a. your resident K2 smoker. What up, Tricks?
Hi, Kay. Is this
what up?
Kendall?
What up?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Is this Kendall?
What's going on? How are you?
It's been forever. How are you?
I'm good. You know, working hard.
That's
play
what's
hard.
up. So we're talking about forgiveness today. Mm-hmm. Have you ever had a situation with a partner of yours or, a lady friend that you had to, you felt like you should forgive them but just couldn't?
Yeah, actually, I'm in a situation like that right now. My ex is, we was together for 3 years, and, she cheated on me on a number of different occasions, and I stuck around until a point where I got fed up,
what
and
happened?
I just left.
She cheated.
So now she's, She did.
Okay, go ahead.
So I got to a point where I was fed up. So I played the distance, I was mad, I was angry, but in my heart I was like, yeah, I still should forgive her, but I know I can never love her in the same way.
Did she burn you?
She kind of did though. Like,
Lola, hold on. We got Lola on the line. Lola, you there? All right, Lola, you're there. You're back. Welcome back, Lola. Lola, this is Kendall. This is one of our old interns / a really good friend. Yeah.
Oh.
And,
how you doing?
How you doing? To each
other. And yourself?
Well, I didn't say how you doing. That's Lola supposed to say how you doing.
I know. I was talking to her.
All over the place today. We just in here. All right, so I'm going to continue with the conversation. So my question to you, Kendall, is: did she burn you?
Yeah, I was
like
burned.
STD, like STD burn.
Me to put. What you mean, like actually, STD, like burning, like going to the hospital, like fiend type burn, or you do talk about burn emotionally?
Like disease, like burning disease.
Oh no! Oh hell no! Oh no!
That's why you were able to forgive her over and over again.
I mean, you only get but so much.
What kind of cheating did she do? Did she go out and just suck on somebody else's knob? She slobbed on somebody else's knob?
No, she told me she never did that, but it's hard to believe that when you say you already cheated. So she messed with her ex when I went out of town for a business trip. Mm-hmm. And the next one was when I was staying with her, she was fucking the guy at the store. Oh, excuse my language, sorry. She was messing with the guy at the store.
You could curse, it's fine.
Oh yeah,
so she dealt with somebody at a store.
store.
So was that like close to your neighborhood?
We lived in the same house.
Oh, did the guy visit you? Like, did the guy visit your home and sleep with her?
Oh no! They fucked in the store.
All right, but she having sex and she ain't slobbing no knob. Lola, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that she slobbed his knob?
I don't.
The guys that she cheated with, you don't know. So she just had sex with these men and didn't give them head.
Like this conversation, like 3 times. So I'm getting this story in like the smallest pieces. So I don't know that I can answer anything right now.
The young lady they was living together, and the young lady decided to cheat, and he forgave her over and over again, and then he decided to finally say, you know what, I don't want the relationship anymore. So my questions are, why did she burn you? And he said, yeah, but he's thinking like in the term when I say burn, that she played him, but I was thinking more or less STDs, because if she slept
venereal disease,
right? If she slept around, maybe she got a VD and burnt you actually. So
no,
did she burn you, sir?
Not that.
And then I said, well, do you think that she gave the other person head? And he said she told him that she don't do those things. So I think she
did she for him?
Yeah, she told him that she don't suck dick to the other guys. That she
I don't believe that.
I don't believe
it either. Like, he was like
who does
I mean,
that?
if she didn't do it for you either, then I'd be more likely to believe that.
Oh no,
I don't believe
she never gave you head, sir.
Oh yeah, she always gave me head.
Then she likes sucking dick.
Right,
Therefore,
like,
she likes doing
it.
Right, because women are more appreciative, especially when they have sex with someone. They're more appreciative of the penis when they have sex. It's good sex, and they give them head. So I'm pretty sure she gave the people head because she cheated a few times. You said, right? So now you're not with her. Do you forgive her? Like, you think there's ever going to be a chance for you to like forgive her?
I mean, I do forgive her, and at the sense, it's like once you get to a certain age and you grow up and you start to realize like everything is not going to be sweet. You're going to have bitter times, you're going to have bad times, but that's no reason for me to hold a grudge. I'm not going to stop my happiness because you hurt me. I'm just not going to allow you to do it again.
Right. The same person again. So,
exactly.
So would you ever be able to forget what they did?
Always forgive, but you're never going to forget. It's part of your memory process now. So it's like anytime you see things that are going to remind you of an event that you and her had together, that's always going to be a constant reminder.
So you're going to always think that the next female will probably be like a smut butt too?
No, I don't judge.
All right.
I give you your opportunity just like everyone else has. I tell you what I like, I tell you what I don't like. I keep it 100. Right. Now, if you can't stick to the status quo of what you told me from day one, and it switches up in year 2 or year 3, then that's a problem. Whoa. And it's not my problem. That's yours.
That's a long time to be taking and putting up with somebody's stuff in year 2, year 3. It's over in 3 months if you ain't right. I can tell early on. But either way,
right,
that's me.
I give people the benefit of the doubt.
That's why she's sticking pins in her mouth and stuff. You can't be giving people benefit of the doubt. You got to stop it at the start. Like the first time somebody do something, I can't, because I know me personally, I can't really forgive right away. So I'm the kind of person that every time I see you, I'm thinking about the girl on your dick. I'm thinking about how her face was. I'm thinking, as you're fucking me, is that the same face you had when you were fucking her? Like, I'm realistic with the shit. That's how I think. You know what I'm saying? So I can't even see you. Maybe the top of your lip, your mustache might smell like bologna one day, and it's just bologna sandwich, because you just had a bologna sandwich. But I'm thinking you just went and ate some cooch. I don't want to deal with you. Like, I start like my senses get heightened and stuff. I start seeing bruises that never was there. Things that was I ain't shit in a relationship. I'll tell you that right now. Like, I know I ain't. So anyway,
it's not that you ain't shit. It's just like you put yourself in a position where you don't want to get hurt. That's the whole mindset that you put yourself in.
I'm saying as
it's
far
like,
as
I'm not gonna let nobody play me.
Right, but I'm not even talking about new people. New people, I can see their bullshit. I'm talking about the people that I'm with, the person
somebody
I'm with
that you
right
agree
now.
with, exactly. But even still, it's because of the time that you put in and the emotions that you share to create that connection. Now you have a loving connection with a person, and it's like, wow, I really love this person, but they fucking up right now. So how can I still give them the full amount of my love if they fucking up?
You are such a girl. You know that?
Who, me? Like,
Lola,
I was raised by a woman. Let me clarify. I was raised by a woman my entire life. I just started being raised by men. So granted, my whole mindset is of a female, like a female standpoint. I know how to share my emotions.
You said
I
that
have
out
no
loud.
problem giving my emotions, but at the same time, I'm not gonna let nobody nobody's gonna hurt me. I'm past that point.
Right.
Like, you want to play games, you want to still think you're a teenager, and you in your 30s and 40s, you still playing teenage games. All right, do your thing. I'm gonna see you. Holla. You see me on the gram.
Right. You see me on the gram. Lola, are you there?
You see me on the gram.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you have anything to say to our lovely caller?
I do not.
Well, I will say this. My little advice to you would be stay true to who you are. Stay how you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Women are definitely different creatures. As you can see, me and Lola are like the same and total polar opposites at the same damn time. I love her so much. And, you know, it just is what it is. I think that some women are looking for the confusion because that's all they know. You have a lot of women that'll start a good relationship with a good guy, which I think you probably are a very good guy from the little bit of interaction that we had. But they'll be in a relationship with a good guy and everything will be just too perfect. And it could go on either way because men and women do the same thing. And it could be just way too perfect. And so somebody have to mess it up. You know what I'm saying? And me knowing who you are, you know, as a hard worker, whatever it is that you would take care of, and knowing the fact that maybe she felt neglected and felt, you know, these guys was, hey ma, you know, so easy. She wasn't yours anyway. Mm-hmm. If a woman can trail off to a street, if a guy could trail off to another female, and y'all is in a relationship and it's not a communication, like you're not talking about, well, I want to dip over here, I want to dip over there, then more than likely it's because, you know, they never was yours from the beginning. You know what I mean? Right. They never was really there.
Those individuals belong to the world, and they don't even share with you what their desires are, or aspire to find somebody who might be into all that, because it's cowardice. I mean, you could call it a bunch of other different things, but at the end of the day, you were too afraid to let people know who and what you really are and what you really want to do, because there's somebody for everybody. So, you know, if you wanted to have an open sort of situation, there's somebody who's with that.
I think so. You just got to look for them. A lot of people, they're not looking for those people anymore. They don't even care.
It's not even that. We cut off the whole communication process. It used to be, I have to call you on your landline to be like, yo, meet me at such and such place, or we're going out here and there. Now everybody on Facebook, Instagram, and on their phones, it's like it defeats the face-to-face, the personal connection that you can develop with a person when you have to speak to them over the phone. Like, come on now. It kills the vibe.
By the way, there are a number of people who are texting me who are saying that they're trying to listen to it on the site, and all they're getting is music. So I don't know if you are able to do anything about that or if someone is, but I just figured I'd put that out there.
Thank you very much. Huh? Okay,
it's fixed.
Yeah, it's fixed.
Okay.
It's fixed. Let them know that it's been fixed. So, Kendall, I thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate you. Maybe we'll have you down here one day again. That'll be interesting. Yeah. Possibly in a couple of weeks. You need time to heal.
That's cool. Yeah. That was a while ago. Right now, I'm just on my workflow.
I dig it, but I thank you for calling in with your story.
No problem.
And stay listening, stay tuned in, tell everybody that you was on. All right?
Got you.
All right, thank you. All right, Lola. Yeah. So, with all that being said, have you ever been put in a position where you might have needed to be forgiven?
Where I needed to be forgiven?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What was it about?
No, it wasn't my behavior. It was just that I didn't tell something. Basically, I was with my ex-girlfriend, and we were... I did something shady. I was basically sleeping with my boss's girlfriend.
What?
And yeah.
What? You were sleeping with your boss's girlfriend?
Don't clap for that. Don't clap for that. That was awful. That was awful because she and I were friends, and that's how things kind of came about. We all started hanging out together.
You're so gay right now.
Huh?
You're so gay right now.
It was really bad, and so I felt really bad about it. And then when we started getting serious, I quit my job because I couldn't even look her in the face. Like, I was like, you're going to have to tell her or whatever.
So was your boss a guy or girl?
A female.
So your boss's girlfriend, that's what you said?
Yes.
And
of 6 years.
Your boss was a lesbian and you slept with the girl. What's wrong with you? Why would you do that?
Because I was stupid.
No, answer that shit right.
I mean, I did it. I was, I don't want to say I thought I was in love, because I was. But I loved her. And it happened. But under those circumstances, it was very, very bad. I knew better then. I know way better now. And it was a very bad decision that I made on my part. And so I didn't want to tell her. I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to hurt her. So she just broke it off with her. And I was like, we could just maybe have it come out a little bit later, Right. But it didn't go like that. I ran into one of my other coworkers who had kind of figured it out, and they said something to her. And I didn't deny it because I was kind of over the whole situation being in the dark at the time.
Right.
I was like, man, this is crazy. So when she asked me, I was just like, whatever, and brushed it off. But I didn't deny it in the way that we sort of had agreed to. And so it got back to her, and when my ex confronted me about it and was like, did you tell her? Did you say something? I was like, no.
I never said anything.
And, later on she did realize that I did not deny it in the way that I should have, and I sort of let her believe whatever. And so she was mad that I didn't just come out and say that. And she was really, really upset about it.
That's terrible.
So I didn't do anything. I just wasn't honest about it.
Well, I think that.
But I mean, my boss, she has forgiven me, so.
Well, that is a situation where you needed to be forgiven. I mean, hormones is hormones, though, babe. What people fail to understand, like you say, the first thing that we say when we do something is that we were stupid. No, we weren't. We weren't stupid. We were horny. We didn't care. Not that we didn't care, but at the moment, as adrenaline is running through your body and juices are flowing, you don't really think about, wait a minute, this is not right.
I wasn't thinking about, I did though. I tried to stay away, whatever, and this is when I was living in Delaware, and then we were supposed to move. I don't know, there was a whole bunch of stuff going on, and they were going up there to visit their family, and I was like, oh no, I'm not going. I'm going to stay here. And my boss begged me to come, and after that, it was a wrap.
Oh, my God.
It was really awkward. There were awkward instances many a time after that.
Oh. Did they stay together, or did you actually hook up with the girl?
No, they broke up, and we were together.
And you decided to be with this cheating hoe?
Wow, that's harsh. I would not describe her as such. She broke it off with her.
Right, and then she made it faithful to you, so why are you not together now? Is that your decision?
No.
Oh.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I mean, it just got complicated.
Right.
That whole situation just became very, very complicated. And there were, I guess, trust issues for me for the very reason of being like, you left this woman you were with for 6 years for some 20-year-old. Because my boss was older. So I was like, you're crazy. So even though she did exactly what I wanted to do, I was being a crazy female and was like,
you was typical.
Yeah, I was being typical. 20-year-old was typical. I'm glad I'm not that person anymore.
Right. Well, I was a smut forever.
Shout out to progress.
I've been a smut all my life.
Oh God! Why do you refer to yourself in such
because I know the
ways?
truth. I don't lie. I don't sugarcoat nothing. It's all real. You know why? Because one day, one day somebody.
Even if the behavior is honest, why it got to be such a derogatory thing? If a guy was doing the same thing, he wouldn't refer to himself that. He would just be like, "I was doing my thing."
What's derogatory?
Listen,
I'm going to keep it 100 and funky as possible. Somebody out there is saying it anyway, and just because you said it, I'm gonna say it. Because if they didn't say it, then why did they say it? If it wasn't true, anyway. So I used to be a smut, but back in the day, and I guess that's New York terminology and Harlem terminology. Everybody know what I'm talking about. So
yeah, I guess it is sort of.
The one thing that I think that I should be forgiven for. This is the first time I'm admitting it, because I know the person probably and possibly is not watching the show. is the fact that I slept with an ex's brother.
Oh, wow.
And that's why I was mentioning all these things.
So you better stop talking for this crazy behavior. Cut it out right now.
That's why I mentioned all these things.
No, when I see you, I'm going to spank
on Instagram.
You just
because. Girl, spank me live on the show. We need a donation for Lola to come up there.
It's happening.
Our guest should be here.
I'm going to bring my riding crop just for you.
Yes, please and thank you. I don't mind being spanked. I got like a really soft booty. And so what I'm being told, and even when I spank myself, it works. And I could do like spanking contest on my booty. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. So what happened was that it was New Year's. And the guy came over, and I'm really close to the family. Like, I was really close. Anybody that's watching, I mean, if he don't know or didn't know who it was, now you know. Because that's the only way I was able to actually tell you is live on my motherfucking show. So, with that being said, the guy came over for New Year's, the brother. And I was lonely. And I was doing like a small New Year's get together. The worst part about it was that it wasn't a private kind of situation because their little sister came also for New Year's, to the New Year's, extravaganza I had. A little small get together, whatever. And at 12 o'clock, we both was twisted. I think he got there like 11. We just sat there and was like really cool and talking. And I've known him for, at that point, about maybe 7 years. I've known the family. So we're very close. And all of a sudden, he had, I don't know, he embraced me. And we like, at 12 o'clock, we kissed. And then at that point, I wanted everybody out my house because I needed to feel the dong. I'm sorry. What else am I supposed to say? It just went down. And it wasn't as good as his brother. So I just never told the brother exactly who it was. I just said I slept with somebody close.
Oh, for you.
I said I slept with somebody close to you, and he was like, don't tell me. I don't want to know. It's like, okay, cool. And that's the furthest I went. So as far as do he know? He probably don't know. If he's watching the show, now you know it's your brother. And I'm sorry. And I still love you. I mean, get over it. Forgive me. Hello, Lola. Are you there?
I'm here.
I don't think that's how you're supposed to say sorry, but one day we'll talk over, something.
Yeah, wow. I was like for random. Okay.
I know it sounds like no filter. I'm going to explain. One day I'm not going to be here. Not that I'm looking forward to my demise, but one day I'm not going to be here. All this shit is not going to matter anyway. And nothing I do right now is not going to matter if I don't make it work. So I have to make it work. And that's how I feel. And I feel like either you're going to love and lose, you're going to lose out, or you're going to forgive so you don't lose out. And I think that a lot of people, they continuously bring up a lot of things in the past because they can't get over it. But there's reasons why you should. As we're nearing our next hour, I would like us to go into revenge, because I think, like I was saying before when we got cut off, that revenge and forgiveness is like cousins. Do you agree to that?
Whew. Revenge and forgiveness are really, really like close siblings to me. They like twins to me. I got real issues if I have a issue trying to forgive you with not jumping straight into jealousy. I mean, revenge, and like they're real close for me.
Right. So I would like to discuss some of that. What we're going to do right now, I don't want to take any break until our guests walk through that door. I would like to know, do you have anything you would like to rant about today? Because I've missed you.
I ranted all day yesterday, like in the morning, so much so that I stayed off of social media all for the rest of yesterday and today.
Yay.
I just had so many clapbacks. My hands got tired.
Girlfriend, we got 15
I don't even
minutes.
know if I should get into that today.
I got 15 minutes for Lola, because I promised myself to make at minimum some time for my boo to say what she got to say.
Man, I don't even know if I got myself so emotionally riled up. I had to take a steaming hot, like scalding, take your skin off shower just to wash off the yuck of the world.
Oh my God, I got two for you. So I would love your opinion on these two. Can I? And may I?
Okay, but hold on. As long as one of them is not involved.
You can't say that.
Sexist. Yes, I can't deal with sexist like 2 days in a row. So
you said sexist?
Yes.
No,
people wilding out.
No.
Okay.
No.
Go ahead.
We'll talk about that next week. I got you. When we do Debbie Dads. That's what we're gonna do next week. Okay. But anyway, and Debbie moms too, because we definitely gonna do it on both ends. We're gonna explore that. But I would like to know what your real opinion is about the Million Man March and how it wasn't supported by BET.
I really, first of all, I don't have any expectation of any network to support the Million Man March. Not CNN, especially not Fox, not NBC, not ABC, not CBS, none of them. But BET, I mean, they are not owned by black people anymore. They stopped caring about black agendas a long time ago, and I stopped having the expectation of them to do so either. But more disappointing than BET not airing it, the Million Man March was kind of whack. And I don't care who gets mad at me for going on record as saying that, because everybody knows I'm pro-black. So my real issue is a million black people, if it was a million, just say, 1 million black people showed up. And there wasn't an agenda. It could have been a webinar for as successful as it was. People needed to be, the thing should have been, show it with notebooks. We're going to talk about how we're going to have, we're going to be a collective community again. We're going to support one another economically. This is the way to go about doing things. This is the plan. This is the agenda. This is how you protect your area, your community, your family. Your community should be an extension of your family. You got to be willing to fight for it. You know, if you're going to have a riot, this is how you go about doing it. This is how you organize certain things. There were a lot of elders who could have showed what was effective and what was ineffective.
Do you think those are points that should have been talked about?
What?
You think those are points that should have been talked about?
All of those things should have been discussed, and none of them were. Instead, it became a whole fest of dragging up some sad mamas and their tears, and everybody knows, okay, we mourn that. But if we're not going to do anything to alter that behavior, then we're just talking about it so that we could talk about it again next year or this year, for that matter, for as frequently as it's happening. And I feel like it was a waste of time and agenda. You could brought a bunch of people to Washington where the problem is, where these laws are not being passed that can protect us. And you spent money in these restaurants. You spent money in these hotels. You basically supported the city that is responsible for not supporting you, and did nothing about changing the agenda at all whatsoever. So I think it was a big waste of time, because you were able to get all these people together and had an opportunity to do something real. It was wasted, and mostly wasted, and I don't care how anybody feels about when I say this, but it was wasted by, people getting into their religion. Y'all up there singing "Break Every Chain." Like, really? That's what y'all doing? That's what y'all are singing about? Everybody knows I'm not by any means what you would call a Christian by any stretch of the imagination. And I believe that it just helped make people better slaves. So if y'all get up there and y'all want to talk about being passive and forgiveness and turning out all the cheeks and forgiving the people who have done wrong by you, I don't have a problem with people who want to pray, but prayer with inaction you will pray yourself into extinction doing that. Even if you pray for a job, you don't just say, I'm going to pray for a job, and the job just shows up at your door. Nobody knocks on your door and says, here's this opportunity for you. That's not how it works. You make yourself qualified for the position. You create a resume. You make calls. Sometimes you got to go out there and walk in the streets and promote yourself, whatever it is that you got to do. But there's action along with your prayer. I don't have a problem with somebody having faith, but when you think it's okay to just pray and just say, well, just pray for them, and that's it, and that's really all y'all gonna do, I'm not here for it. I think it's lazy. I think it's frustrating to me, frankly. And so that's really all they did. They got up there and they talked about some old stuff and prayed. And y'all could have stayed home for that. So BET didn't need to cover that. No, y'all could have watched Ratchet videos for all I care. That's how effective y'all were, for real. All right, cool, y'all was peaceful. I'm not surprised. Black people have no problem being peaceful. If black people weren't peaceful, they would have been turned up, because they had every reason to.
Right.
So that's not a surprise that we showed up in peace and were peaceful.
Right.
Despite what the media will have you believe, we are very peaceful people. So, ain't no surprise there.
Well, my next question or topic would be dark white. And you know what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about. You know, when we first started the show.
You know what? She didn't say that. She didn't say that.
Thank you. What happened?
She didn't. She did not say that, because I feel like it was along with the other nut things she said. People, even in their craziness, are usually consistent with the kind of crazy that they are. And Raven Simone, she said her account was hacked with certain things. And you know what? She says enough crazy things. And one thing that she doesn't do, which I can appreciate, even if I don't appreciate what she says, is she stands by her sentiments if she believes that they are correct. She doesn't just issue an apology for the sake of being politically correct. So even if I don't agree with her, I do agree with that. If you said it, you meant it. If you're going to issue an apology, maybe after she's had some time to reflect and grow a little bit, and then it's a little more sincere, more genuine.
Right.
So, she said that her account was hacked when she said that she was actually dark white. And I believe her, because when Oprah asked her to clarify about saying that she was not black before, she was just saying that she just didn't want to be called African American as a label. It was an unnecessary label, considering she was born in America and not, an African American. So that was her preference. And even though I find it ridiculous, I understand what she was saying and how she meant it and intended it. I'm not a fan of her or the ridiculous things that she says, but I do understand what she's saying when she says it. And so for her to say that she's actually dark white did not make sense to me. And when she said that she was hacked, I did believe that.
Okay, because I was trying to get it. What about her and not hiring people with black names? What do you think about that? How do you feel?
I mean, aside from the hypocrisy of, Charlamagne, who I love, by the way, I don't care what anybody said, but let me say Charlamagne, said that it was ridiculous for her just for having said that other statement before, like we were just talking about, not liking labels, and you put somebody in a box by, saying that their name didn't work to your standards or wasn't up to your standards, right. And so you thought that they had a ghetto name, whatever. But the more obvious hypocrisy in that is that her name is Raven Simone, unnecessary. She's got a hyphen, she's got an unnecessary accent mark, an alternate spelling of Simone. That's pretty much the ghetto girl checklist, if you want to really be real about it. So there's that hypocrisy as well. And she's also issued an apology about that, which I think was sincere, because she said, I may have said that, but she didn't actually mean it. And you know what? Maybe I'm a little more lenient with her on this topic, because for a time I was in that space. I was in that, like, you know what? If I had a business, would I necessarily be trying to hire some Boquicala? I don't know, because even if you are not, some type of hood rat, like, obviously people close to you are, because they came up with that name. So I don't know. I was very judgmental. I was, and it was something I had to check myself about.
We all have taken on new names. I actually took that from watching, like, the news channel. You got black people on the news channel with different names. You know what I'm saying? And their names have been changed, I think, because of the stations that they're on. Their names have been Europeanized. And, some looks like French Canadian, and or Creole. Like, they put like a little spin on it. So I decided to change my name a long time ago. I felt that it was very ghetto. I mean, I'm being very honest. And when I decided to have children, I wanted to name them accordingly, because I didn't want them to also feel, I didn't want them to have two marks against them. So when she said all of that, I understood it. I decided that when I had my children, I was going to name them unisex names and names that were acceptance, because when you look at their application or resume, let's just say, right, you got one person here. My daughter's name is Taylor. I'm gonna use Taylor. I love my little princess. So I got Taylor here, and then I got Shantae. Real simple name, okay? But I have Shantae spelled with 2 E's and a hyphen, SHAUNTEE. You know what I'm saying? And then her middle name is like Mercedes Hennessy. or something like that, right? I mean, I'm gonna go here with you guys, and and she has all the credentials. Shantae has been to Ivy League schools. She has taken her time and been to all these different programs. And the way things are set up now, your application speaks for you before you can speak for yourself. You can't walk into a job anymore and say, hey, are you hiring? Can I talk to the manager? I mean, you can, and some people can get away with it, but after you already fill out the application. You understand me? Online. Some people, they sit and they fill out applications for hours, days, and weeks, and then they wait for something to be called and not understanding why they weren't called. And it's usually because of the discriminatory perception. Okay, and then they need to do affirmative action. So here's how it usually goes. They look at the resume, they look at the application is spot on. Okay, but because the name is there, they put that name all the way in the back. Now Taylor, here's my daughter, and I'm gonna use my daughter, not saying that she has these things or even put this on her, but we're gonna use her as an example. Let's say Taylor had dropped out on the 10th grade. She got her GED. She's probably in a community college. She really has no skill set here, but because Taylor is Taylor with that name, and because she is black, how you could tell she's black, because you turn over the application or you scroll down a little further and you notice that the application says she checked off black, right? So she's black. Guess what? I'm gonna give Taylor the job. She's affirmative action. Do you understand me? I'm not gonna give it to Shantae, even though Shantae may have the same skill set, like even more of a skill set than my daughter do. My daughter will get that job. That kind of sucks, but that's the world we live in today. Hello?
That is definitely the world that we live in right now.
So would I hire somebody with an urban name? Sure, hell would, because I would like to interview that person. I would like to get to know that person. I'm pretty sure they have a nickname or something. It's not going to be as long as Watermelon Me. What she said, Watermelon what?
Watermelon Drea, something like that.
Watermelon Drea.
I don't know.
Right, it was something like that. But
you know what? At this point, on the one hand, like the practical, logical part of me is very much like I would not want to name my children something,
correct,
that will leave them at a disadvantage. And it's unfortunate that it's a disadvantage in this year of 2015, but that's the reality that we live in. On the other hand, I don't really want to sort of put that in their mind that there are any sort of limitations at all, and that I want to instill in them to be entrepreneurs, make their own way, make their own lane, and not aspire to live up to anybody else's standards, and not even start out with naming them as such. And I think that's kind of where middle names come in, where you get a little crazy.
Right. We have a caller on the air now.
Right.
Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from? All right, caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Vixen from Queens, New York.
Shout out to Plus Size Vixen. Can I get some hand claps for her? Please.
How are you doing?
Either way. Yeah, it's all good. Thank you very much. So, Vixen, this what we gonna do. I'm gonna give you a couple questions real quick, and then I'm gonna take a small music break right after Vixen. I want to ask you, what are your thoughts about forgiveness? Have you ever needed to be forgiven for something? Like what?
She like, I don't know if I want to talk about it though.
No, it's just regular stuff. Every day I think people need forgiveness. Me personally, I'm not perfect. I could do something that probably hurt your feelings, but to me, I felt like I was right. So in a way, it depends on the person it depends on the situation and the person.
Right.
To be honest.
So have you ever had to forgive someone else?
Yeah, but sometimes I don't allow them to know that I forgave them.
What? Who does that?
To be honest, it's like, okay, for instance, if somebody really hurt your feelings, at that moment, you're not going to really forgive them. You're going to be on some, I hate your guts, like, back away out my face. Right, so it's going to take time for me to be like, I have to really sit and think and meditate to myself. And
what is the worst thing that has ever happened that you had to forgive somebody for? Or you forgave them for? Really quick.
My ex-husband. Like, till this day, I still forgive him every day because even though we're not married, we have a child that we both made.
Yes.
But he's choosing to be a selective parent.
Mm.
So in a way, I feel like daily I forgive him because he doesn't realize what he's missing out on.
Right.
On an amazing kid that basically, at the end of the day, when that child grows up, and the child's only going to have pictures of who was there.
Well,
memories of who was actually there.
I always felt like this. Like my children's father, the middle two, the one I was mentioning earlier about the forgiveness, he's rarely around. And anytime that he gets around me, he just tells me thank you. I always have this situation, and we're going to talk about this a little bit more next week when we talk about deadbeat dads and deadbeat moms. But what I want to say about that is I can only forgive him for what I know why he did it. See, most of the time when somebody's not around as a parent, that's because they ain't shit. They know they ain't shit. And sometimes, I said most of the time, I ain't say all the time, but sometimes it's the best. It's the best for the child. You wouldn't want that child to be raised and brought up around that ain't shit parent. If I be honest.
But at the same time, money to me, I'm one of the people that money doesn't matter. I could take care of my child with $5.
Right.
I don't need your $5.
It's the time.
My child, he says it. My son is 3, and he says, I want quality time. For a 3-year-old to know what quality time is, that shows you what is more important to the child. Toys and money or a person.
But it's not about the money. What I'm saying is that the person.
Yeah, but to that individual, to my ex-husband, he believes it's about the money. That's why he chooses not to come around.
Yeah,
so logically thinking, he's stupid. He was raised dumb.
Yeah,
He was
dumb.
raised on you need money for everything you do when actually you don't.
Correct.
Now when it comes to kids, you can give a kid a cardboard box. They play 4 hours in that box.
But just seeing that mind frame, I have a baby father like that. Seeing that mind frame, it's terrible because my daughter, she's 15, and she looks back at her dad and she be like, why is he hitting me up? And he used to, for the last 4.5 years, he would hit me on Facebook and cry. Oh, why she don't write to me? Why she don't call me? Why she not write? And I'm like, dude, she's grown up. She's growing up, and not she's a grown up, but she's grown up, and she grew up without
she has her own personality.
She don't really care because you only see her as a dollar. Well, as a negative dollar, excuse me. You understand me? Whereas she's seen you as her world and you gave that up. But I allowed her to be able to see that. So as far as forgiving him for not being around, I'm happy he wasn't, because she may have had a lot of his traits that's taught through seeing it. You understand what I'm saying? Like taught through seeing it versus hereditary. But with that being said, I love you, Vixen. Vixen, big shout out to Vixen because she has held me down for so long now. So make sure y'all follow her at +size Vixen. I'm going to spell it out for y'all. PLUS _ SIZ3 _ Vixen VIX3NN on Instagram. She will definitely assist you with building your pages. Yes. I love you. That's my PR. And we'll be right back. We're going to break. I think this is R. Kelly's Turn Back the Time. When we come back, we'll have our guest Raul join us. Speak to you in a sec. Big.